Okay. Oh boy. We can't wear this shirt. Okay, let's try that again. Hi everybody. It's me, the cartographer. And well, I'm not making any maps today, but I'll probably end the session with some maps. Today we're going to be focusing on finishing up some pieces to my campaign that are very important. Things such as the rumor list, where my players who are guard members on the militia might hear a rumor circulating through the town, right? Another thing I need to prepare is an encounter list. My militia members might happen to run into an encounter while on the walls or out in the fields. So these are a couple of the pieces I'll be working on today, and then when I get sick of world building, I'll start map making, and that's where we'll end today's session. Let's see. Let's get our capture up here so you all can see what I'm working on. Here we go. Alright, scrolling through some of the work I've already done. Trying to avoid my insane cat. He's just not mapping anymore. He's going to inevitably take down my green screen. Alright, yeah, down here for my keys. Monster map key. Lizard Marsh, red. So I guess we'll keep going with this. Because it's already started and I'm already like in it. So this is where we'll go with it. Jeez, dude. Calm down. What is going on? Alright, okay, alright. I wish I could banish him so bad. I have nowhere to banish him to. Is it okay to post my D&D stream? Harry, hey, what's up, Crafter? I'm currently just, like, getting settled here. My cat is... I don't know what my cat's doing, let's be honest. They're doing 360s on my desk. They're jumping off the walls. I feel a little at risk for my own health. But here we are. How are you doing today? Literally, I can't fault the cat, who is not even a year old. So, like, I'm not faulting the cat, just my anxiety is just a little high right now because of the cat, if you can understand that. Nice, we love chilling. I'm trying to get myself to a point where that is the case. Welcome to the channel. Just to fill you in, kind of, this is a Dungeon Master safe space where we kind of just talk about our ideas and share our thoughts and our homebrews. I currently am working on a rendition of Daggerford, which I'm doing lore-based fleshing out of the city. I'm doing lore-based maps, etc. Everything kind of to the book. But I love to hear my viewers' ideas, what you've been doing during the week, if you play D&D, or maybe you play a different TTRPG, you know? That's totally cool. I dabble with a few other systems here and there. So yeah, what do you do, Crafter? What's your poison? I need to bring up another map. I need to bring up my monster key, which I don't think I have on the Owlbear yet because I don't need it there. Daggerford, XFF, XCF. There we are. Used to play D&D as a DM for a couple of years, but since getting into narrative Warhammer 40k campaigns, ooh, well, I understand your time crunch because 40k by itself takes a bit of investment. But you do narrative campaigns? So it's like D&D and Warhammer? Ooh. Ooh, now that just sounds fun. Yeah, that sounds wicked fun. And like the Warhammer lore is like super rich. So just kind of bringing it to this is what I'm looking at here. So this is just a guide that I made for myself. It's a piece to one of my maps, but I just put like a little key on it, so I know as to where I should be putting monsters, in which regions, etc., etc. So we're currently, I guess we should do all of these and then the neighboring ones I'll just pull from. So we should we'll do teal next. Is my decision. Currently doing a test campaign with Krieg in your custom Space Marine chapter. Oh, cool. Tell me about your chapter. Are they zealots? Are they, you know, what do they do? Are they loyalists? Are they rebels? Okay, I don't need this anymore. Put you away. I need to go to docks. Bring y'all with me. Boom. Bada bing. Okay, oh, what is that called? Crumbling Stair, House of Stone. We're gonna call it the Flotian Hills. What is it? The Flotian Hills is what we're gonna call that place. Teal. Okay. D12 plus D8. I'll just reroll this. Sinkhole. What would be an environmental hazard out here in the hills? What would be an environmental hazard in some hills? And what else is out here? You got the House of Stone. There's some remnants. What's that river up there? We should bring up another map. More maps. Downbeer River. The Desert River. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We see the Desert River borders our little teal thing. If we remember what we were looking at. Hey, what's up, Creeper? Playing a champion. Okay. Pathfinder version of Paladin. Oh, it's a Pathfinder champion. Okay, so that it might be a little bit different than what I think. Let's see. And died, but it did and it had this system where we get to Radiant died, similar to Cleric's Divine Intervention. I'm running my character, gosh. You lost your shield. Okay, cool. So it's like a revive with penalties. Excuse me. I kind of like that. It's a little gritty, right? Let's see what Crafter is saying. Oh yeah, this is your chapter. Thanks, Crafter. Appreciate that. Okay. So they're loyalists to the Iron Hands successor chapter, who had a strong sense of honor and martial prowess. Ortus Malleus, because of the Inquisitor from Ordo, subjugated their homeworld to Exterminatus and subsequently killed their chapter master. Ooh. As he was still on the planet when the order was executed. Ah. Oh, so that's just that was because of the Nat 20, not because of the revive zombie. Well, I feel like that's a really fun story. And sometimes, you know, I feel like when the big bad guy or the evil dude makes a good roll, players get scared or worried. But, like, nah, dude, just makes a good story. Like, I remember a few sessions ago we were doing, I think the Lost Mines of Findelver. And my character ended up getting, who my character didn't like, this random woman we found in the dungeon, but because I was with a lawful good paladin, my brother, who was the happy-go-lucky, can't do nothing wrong, not the voice of reason, because he was like, oh, she's fine, blah blah blah. I listened and I did what I shouldn't have done anyways, and I broke meta, or I stayed within meta because I knew something bad was going to happen, but he was a new player, so he didn't. So I just rolled with it, right? And my character ended up getting killed by a succubus and sucked to death. And then we got a great story of how this paladin lost his brother in the dungeon, and his character got to talk about that with, well, my new character that I brought in inevitably later. But, you know, it's like, I could have been upset my character died, or I could have gave a really cool story piece element to my party, you know, so... You kept to your code, nice. You're true to your oath, even through death. Yeah, sucked to death by a succubus, you know, textbook. Absolutely textbook. Let's see, Crafter. The Inquisitor suffered a engine failure on his ship and subsequently died in the accident. Oh, hee. Oops. Alright. Back to what I'm doing here. So, teal. Oh, so yeah, we were trying to think of what would be an encounter in the hills. Oh, and also we were going to look. It was the desert and river. So let's go to our little shout out Forgotten Realms fandom.com wiki. This website is amazing. Oh, we can cheese off the desert and hills as well. River Desert. To flow through the savage frontier is a major river. Oh, well, that doesn't help too much. It's a savage frontier. This might help me a bit. Furs, gems, leather products, mercenaries, metals. Let me look at my bigger map and like scroll out and like see if I can like see if I see Savage Frontier anywhere else. I do not. So I believe that's the Desert and River, and that is the Greyflow River, and that would be including Daggerford, which would be just on the edge of the Savage Frontier. And this goes right up through the teal section and kind of avoids my orange section that I was in earlier. So very nice. So trolls, orcs, lizard folks, there'd be some lizard folks. Let's see what else there would be. They're not giving me too much here, but that's okay. Follow two gods, which is called the Order of the Holy Swords. I think I have to follow both of their codes. Yeah, I think that would be the case. Well, that's just fine, Crafter. You can sit back and let me do all the work. Let's see. I know there's a way to find what I'm looking for here. A few savage tribes. Let's see. Where are we on the map? Over here. Nobody would really be traveling over there, because everybody would travel this way. They wouldn't. So this is like all dead lands, essentially. However, I know there's some that could be there, but that would probably be an elven city, which would be fairly reclused. Yeah, I think that would be a very interesting story if they're maybe say opposites. Oh, we should close this because I'm not even using it. Let's see. Giant frogs, giant lizards. I'm trying to do it so it's somewhat similar to these things. And I don't really have any quests out there. I believe those are called the Forlorn Hills. So we can use some of the Forlorn Hills. The Ardeep Forest, I can look there for creatures. I tried the river. It was meh. So let's try that. Let's go Ardeep Forest. Well, I got some stuff from here. There are some goblins. You can put that on the list right away. Just put I don't know where I want to put them. Goblins, orcs, hobgoblins. We know these are going to be there for sure. Some type of creature that would be just out and roaming about. That would be dangerous. I like that, like, the giant frog isn't, like, so, like, necessarily dangerous. So maybe it could be... You know, I should bring up a creature list from actual... I do this a lot. I'm like, maybe I should just use D&D stuff. Sources, monsters. Not grog. Oh my god. Frog. Giant frog, 1/4. So now we go and we do bop. We go here, we go bop, and we go bop. Filter. There we go. Boar. Boar is a forest. Oh, nice. This is even better. We can just go look through here. Underdark, coastal. Grassland. I think it'd probably be more of a grassland type thing. Because they're not going to have, like, hill. Oh, they have hill! Hill, mountain, underdark, urban. Swarm of bats. Swarm of bats could work. Let's see if there's another one that I like, and I'll use bats somewhere else. Can I do... Oh, I can. I can. Why don't I just be smarter? Use filters. Here we go. We'll only look at 1/4 right now. Also, boar counts, giant owl, giant wolf spider. I'm gonna use that for the coast. Let's see what you're saying, zombie. Protect your allies from the weak. Never counter them. You can't defend a person with a shield. Use your life. If you couldn't save that person, you must atone for their death. Nice, yeah, but all that kind of makes sense, though, right? You know, like you're saying, like they're kind of very similar. So 2 is environmental for a hill. I don't know what that could be. Maybe a landslide. 3 will be 1d4 giant wolves. Oh, giant wolves? Oh no, that's giant wolf spider. For wolves. Okay, some type of creature at this point would probably be, say, goblins. Or no, more commonly would be orcs. Orcs are will be lower level than our hobgoblins, we'll say. Right? Let's open this on a new page. Half. Also half. Ooh, hobgoblin caster. Ooh, dart attack. You can also use Shadow Jaw once, either before or after. Minor illusion, prestidigitation, charm person, disguise self, silent image. Includes its wisdom. Once per turn, I can deal an extra. Oh, nice. I can notice what command I can add a d4 to the roll provided I can hear. Which can benefit. Nice. So maybe do a little hobgoblin captain pack. Okay. For orcs. 6. Goblins. Captain. To the that's question mark. Let's look what sturges are. Sinkhole, yeah. If I something different than the sinkhole though, so it's for the encounter. So it's gonna be like they're gonna be out and about. Like a sinkhole can just like pop up upon them, I guess, and it's in the marsh, is where that is. So if we could think of something similar in the hills, that would be really cool. My brain's kind of just like got it on the back burner right now. Sturge, 1/8, coastal. Blood ox. Giant weasel. There isn't so much stuff that's specific for hill. Beside the swarm of bats. Guess we can do some Bloodhawks here. Giant constrictor snake. Giant snake. I'm a snake. 2. I'm a snake. Giant worm sinkhole. You got the Fuego ideas today, zombie. Yet again, we're really kind of at a loss. Say some giant boar? Or some giant elk? I think giant elk would be good. Oh, it's a single. A single. Could just be just a single elk of large size and stature. Yeah, we'll say a giant elk. Eight is bullywugs. We freaking love bullywugs. They're a 1/4 monster. They're allowed to equip items. Kobolds making a mineshaft under their camp. Their combined weight causes the party to fall down on them. No, bullywugs are awesome, zombie. Don't even start. Don't even come at me right now. Because I'm going to fight this one tooth and nail. Just picture it. You have like 100 bullywug soldiers. All these cute little frogmen with little hats that let their eyes bulge out. And little breastplates and glaives. And they all stand in a line and they just go blurg. And my favorite part about them is they're one of those creatures that like 3 or 4 of them, no big deal. 20, 30 of them, well, you're gonna start getting croaked pretty quick, and those charms are gonna land. Like, there's strength in numbers for the bullywugs. Oh. Fireball! I cast fireball! There they are. There's the croaker. Let's see. 2d6 bullywugs, which are 1/4. You go back over here. And what are they, too? They're a humanoid. There we go. Goblins. Okay, so this is where the goblins come in. 2d6. Goblins. Let me look up giant lizard quick. Giant lizards 1/4. And we do giant lizards twice. They're a beast. This might be a little too soon for that. Yeah, that's why. Let's go down here. 9. 10. Change this to 1d6 now. We need to undo this. $1d4 here. 1d6 here. Similar creatures. I think that's better with wolves. Because wolves have no varying numbers. Wolves. Also they increase in difficulty in packs. I guess. What can I do for? Did I do Bloodhawks around there? 2d6 because they're better in a swarm. What is a beast? What is a beast? A swarm of ravens. I guess you could do a swarm of ravens or a swarm of bats. Either or, day or night. We'll do that. Hey, thank you. Who is that? Oh, it's Creeper. So I'm not doing 3 goblins in a trench coat, but I have something to say about that. So it's a great idea for a one-shot with your buddies. Or even a campaign. And you can do it with grungs, you can do it with goblins, you can do it with a whole heck of a lot of creatures. But, man, and you do like all 3 of them are rogues. And it's, oh yeah, you just do 3 rogues in a trench coat. And it's probably one of the best ideas that we've had yet. I can't. That's Pal World, buddy. We ain't casting Glock over here. Oh, let's see. Ancient Gazebo. Where did I pull those from? And hideout. Before harpies. Harpies? So these are all kind of like physical things. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Which will be just like a giant, I guess. A giant or a troll. Because there be giants in them hills. Dude, no, literally, like, I think that was honestly the reason why we didn't do it, because our dungeon master was like, please don't. I failed my... You failed! A monstrosity of the hills. Level 1. Ooh, brown bear, dire wolves, giant eagles. This is more stuff I can use as I kind of grow up here. What's a periton? What is this thing? Google. Ah, what the heck is this thing? Forgotten Realms has got some information for me. 9 goblins in 3 trench coats. Now that's cause for an entire musical. Were twisted and depraved magical creatures that appeared to be a cross between a giant eagle and a demonic-looking fang-toothed stag. They were known and feared for tearing and beating the hearts of victims' chests. Unlike eagles, they resembled peritons did not glide at high altitudes. They preferred darting close to the ground. There are conflicting tales about their maneuverability on the wing. Some claim they're poor flyers, while others reported that they were so maneuverable as to be able to turn at a right angle at full speed over a distance of only 200 yards. That's awesome! Let's use it! 1d4 peritons. Those guys are fun. And we have elks, and we should put some giant eagles out here too somewhere. 2d4 giant lizards. We have giant lizards up here. So it's wolves, 2d4 wolves. And I like the wolves because, you know, just like to catch everybody up on what's going on. Hey, what's going on, Jambit? Welcome back. I got so many tabs open right now. The quick hook, there we go. Bop, 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 so many tabs. Not this scene, but the other scene. So the Ardeed Forest you see here, it's kind of not, I don't even have it listed anymore because it doesn't exist anymore. It's a forest of old. And if you look down here below Flotian Estates, you see these little pieces of trees. That was the bottom of the Ardeed Forest. And the Ardeed Forest kind of situated itself all the way up through to the Crumbling Stair, all the way up to this river, and all the way down to this corner here and through on the edge of this hill, right? However, through time and history, Waterdeep specifically, and some Daggerford, and some of the neighboring towns, they've pulled so much wood from those forests that they've deforested the entire area back. So I really like the thematic of using wolves in the hills because these would be wolves that would have lived in the forest or still do, but because of the forest's dwindling size, they're forced to go hunt and prowl out on these hills, right? And these wolves might be hungry enough that they could attack a weak passerby, etc., etc. So that's kind of where I rationalize the wolves kind of being on this sheet a few couple times. And that's, you know, welcome to a little piece of my brain for you. 2d6. Benign lizard. What are benign lizard folks? I feel like when it's lizard folks, though, I've just been like 1d6 is 9. I've been orcs, yeah, 2d6 orcs. 17, some hicks. Ooh, some hicks. Is there an orc captain? Ooh, there's a war chief. $1d4. Let's see, a green hag. Level 3. Fae. Basically, Dragon Wing Saiyans. Oh my god. No. No, I do not think they should. I think race abilities should be of equal value at level 1 and at level 20. But they should also, in that breath, be applicable, like, at level 20. And also, like, so it's like, a good example would be, kind of like a, was it the Shadrakai? They get the Shadow Step, which is like just gives them a free Misty Step. Like a Misty Step's good at level 1, and it's good at level 20. It doesn't matter what character you're playing, right? I guess there are some abilities that scale. So like for example, the Dwarf's Resilient ability, or the Dwarf's like Dwarven Toughness, the Hill Dwarf. They have a per level HP total that adds and scales with them. But equivocally, it's like you're getting the same amount of HP every level. It just stacks as you get more levels, you know? So it doesn't change at any point. So I think, you know, in that sense, you'd want it to kind of scale in that sense of it's not changing, but it can stack up with levels if you wanted to have some type of scaling. There's nothing specifically from there. Just do some red caps. Do some elementals. Is there any elementals I can find in yet? Oh. Monstrosity off. Just let me look at the elementals, dude. Crying out loud. Giant Strider. What's this? Tropical volcanic areas. Nope, not for me. Yeah, I was thinking like an air. Let me change this to a forest. Try that. Scaling based on proficiency or level is, yeah, that's the right way to go, Jambit. You hit it right on the money, bud. I love proficiency because it's an internalized scaling system, and so is level. And like the difference is, like, you can do it by 20 or you can do it by like 8. I think it's 4. I forget what proficiency boils down to, but it's like you have a big scale that's internalized, and then you have a little scale that's internalized, and they both kind of can be used however you like. Fire snails? A fire snail is a creature of elemental earth that is prized for its multi-hued shell. It may seem harmless, but a creature big enough to be a threat approaches too close. The snail flashes a scintillating light and attacks with its mace-like tentacles. Just see if 3 shields from 1 shell. Anti-magic shell tray. Ooh. Oh, these are just fun. I'm from the forest, but they could work. I'm kind of doing like a forest has burned down thing. What are they called? Flail snails. $18 trolls. Let's look up trolls. A giant of 5. Trolls can be anywhere, yeah. Trolls can be all over. We could just put trolls. Oh, and 19 willow wisps. Just type in will. They're an undead 2. Sounds good, Crafter. I might take a break in like 5 minutes here, but I'll be right back as well. Trolls be everywhere. Yeah, exactly. Starts at 2 and raises by 1 every 4 levels. So yeah, it starts at 2 every 4. So 8, 10, you're at 3. And then you get 2 more, so 5. So you're talking a scale of 20 or 5. So it's a 1/4 scale, right? So it's like, that's pretty nice. Like, it's like you got two nice number-based scales there to work with. And what's also cool about them is like most other mechanics in the game are also balanced via that scale, right? So you're kind of just like merging in with the system in a sense. Do any of these say hill? Ogre skeleton? No, so it could be any of these specific ones. Skeletal swarm. Ooh, maybe we won't do a polar bear, but we'll reflavor it as a regular bear family. But it's a lot. Oh, it's only 1d4. Poltergeists. I would need a day and night combination here. Dinosaur skeleton? An ogre skeleton? That might work. This might work, actually, because there's been, like, battlings in here in the past years. So some ogres might have died in the fights at the Flotian Estates prior. Yeah, if it was like 1 or 2, I feel like 4 skeletal bears is a little much, right? I think these giant skeletons is works for me. And let's see if there's a giant. An undead giant. Giant skeleton. Hydra. Hydra is an 8. And that was a 7, I believe. That's fine. Actually, you know what? We'll do a little upkeep, a little quality of life. +1 weapon. Just to scale it a bit. I have no idea. So, essentially, I'm creating these based off of right now. It's a fair point, I guess. This is like a tier 1 monster scale. And I'm kind of just preparing my tier 1 gameplay. So it should be level 1 to 5 in that sense. Let's see. There we are. So you see here, we have the red zone and the blue zone, the teal zone. And I would say the green zone. The 3 immediate zones that are right next to us, these are all going to be tier 1 gameplay. The pink, the orange, the purple will be more like tier 2. The yellow, the blue will be more like tier 3. Just based off of how I'm going to feed them storyline and stuff, you know? So, like, they won't necessarily I mean, if they venture out into those areas, we'll let them know they're people from the area, they grow up in the area, they would know how dangerous they could be. And I think, you know, looking at some of these lists here, if you look at the top list here, with the Lizard Marsh Red, I didn't make this list. This list came from D&D content. So this is already scaled by a D&D creator, you know, by Wizards of the Coast. So this is scaled effectively and properly. So I'm kind of just like mimicking it, which is kind of like how I like to do a lot of stuff, you know? So it's like, this was intentionally, I think, like a level 3 encounter for them to be out and about, you know, but it also has a Hydra on here, which is a creature score 8, you know, so you know, it's like there would be, depending on how you roll some of these dice, if you were to roll, you know, 12 benign lizard folk, or, you know, like, if you were to roll 20 on the list and get the Hydra and you're a level 3, you'd probably want to be running from that fight anyways, you know, that would be a hard fight. So I'm okay with having a little scaled difficulty on there, but I think I have it in a bounds of achievable and, you know, a little bit, I feel like it's good. I feel like it's great. I need to think of 3 places for this that aren't places that are just on the map. 3 secret places that could exist for me. I also need to figure out what I'm going to do with these 3 things as well. I can go find them, I believe, somewhere. But I'm at an hour. I should get up. I should do my stretches. And I'll be back in about 5 minutes. I'll go put you all up in the lobby, in the office. All right. Give me a moment here, getting back in the chair. Hi there. Looks like we got some new people joining into the stream here. Just to catch everybody up. We're just kind of just doing a world build here of Daggerford. You'll notice if you check out all my streams, I post them on YouTube. You can check out the Cartographer. I have all my VODs. You can see kind of the process of the world build step by step as it goes through. Today I am working on just some random encounter lists for my players. Let me get me over in my corner. Nobody puts the Cartographer in his corner, except for me. Let's see. Sadly, looks like World of Darkness is canceled this evening. Might get to hang out with the wifey instead. They might be busy too. I guess I kind of want to go see what these things are. I feel like my list is balanced. I still need some type of encounter for an environmental encounter for the hills. I'm thinking landslide. We'll put landslide question mark. I don't like it. I think we can come up with something way better than that. So we're just gonna question mark it until one, 2, 4. Only 4 chances on there to. But I guess, yeah, it depends on where they are. It can all vary. And the DM can always switch. So, like, to your point, Jambit, right? As the DM, I roll on the encounter table and I get a number. My players are all level 2. And I'm like, they don't need to fight a giant skeleton right now. Like, let's just move the number. Let's roll it again and re-roll, right? Like, that's totally a viable strategy or plan as a DM. Like, unless your players really love a really gritty experience, I've found that trying to scale things to an equal level lets the players have more fun as you kind of set them up for success. Let's see, I need to open up another tab. Let me close this because I don't need that yet. There we go, some tab management here. Under Elvard. I believe I got it from this module. Is there contents? Caravan duty, the rescue mission. Oh, we're way up at the rescue mission. Nixies and pixies! I think we gotta go up. Strange sounds. Why is it being lame, dude? Just let me use my clicker. Alright, fine, I'll scroll. Fine, I will scroll. Nomenclature. Where did I find this list from? These are smaller lists. So So I feel like I didn't get it from here. Let me just scroll past where I was before, see where I was. Rickshaws, a rescue mission, yada 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 yada. It's not here. It's not here much. It's probably on the sword coasts. Wasn't here either. I definitely found it in something because I copy pasted it. So let me go find something. One moment, please. So I'm just yeah, it's got to be in here. Crom's Hold. There it is. Okay, so we found this here. Ancient Gazebo. This encounter can occur only once. If you reroll this result, there is no random encounter. The characters stumble upon a crumbling stone gazebo covered in vines and draped with moss. The structure is a relic of the fallen elf kingdom of Illifarn, not to be confused with the mountain of the same name, and it provides adequate shelter from the rain. In the middle of the gazebo stands a moss-covered white marble statue of a robed female elf pointing north toward Waterdeep, which is where the capital of Illifarn used to be. Neither the statue nor the ruin is magical, yet for whatever reason, reptiles and insects shun the place, making it an ideal location for camping. Okay, so we have a camping refuge. Go over to our docks. So I've read an awful lot about campaign. Was this the Storm Giant campaign, where the players chase after these giants, and they have these cloud castles that kind of go over the sky. And I believe there's a whole bunch of lore that kind of points towards that being in the area of the Teal section, the Forlorn Hills, of the lower point of Forlorn Hills. Or we should call them the remnants of the Ardite Forest, I guess. Maybe we can think of a better name. And also the House of Stone that I've showed you as well. That also has lore bits of giants throwing large boulders down from the sky. So that's kind of what I've chosen to be my camping refuge, as it offers a viable vantage. Map. Let's go back to read what this says, though. It says, for whatever reptiles, insects, and insects. So let's see. So yeah, so some of these creatures are not reptiles or insects. So let's see. Reptiles. Why switch out for sturges? So no wolves. Let's say no animals. Just a limit. Let's see what the sea robber is. Sea robber. This encounter can only occur once. If you reroll this roll, there's no random encounter. The characters find some shattered barrels sunk in the mire and spot a dark mound in the distance. The mound turns out to be the overturned hull of a galleon called the Sea Robber. A great wave recently carried the ship inland and dropped it upside down in the marsh. Its shattered masts and keel are nowhere to be found. Characters can crawl through the overturned wreck and find a handful of dead pirates dangling from the ropes. They had tied themselves to the deck to keep from being swept overboard. Characters may also find some odd bits of treasure at your discretion. The wreck attracts curious and hungry monsters. If the characters choose to explore the wreck, feel free to roll again on the random encounter table. And either place the monsters in the wreck or have time arrive shortly after the party. You like that. So, one's a safe place. And one's a place of loot. One's a place of like a risk for reward, right? So you're spending time searching a place, but it also attracts these things. I guess we can do like a broken wagon. Perhaps somebody decided to travel someone decided that the tradeway was too dangerous. They've heard rumors, so they figured they'd travel off the tradeway, and that's, you know, a worse idea. And they got, you know, killed and robbed by a bunch of orcs. And left out to dry. And then the dead bodies would have, over time, attracted some animals in the area. So, let's see, bring it with me here for a second. Broken wagon. Players may search wagon for this loot. PC 20. What else we need to know? Dead travelers. There we are. Okay, what's 13? The abandoned hideout. This might get a bit more interesting. Hey, what's up, crafter? So let's read. If you roll, there is no random encounter. The character can stumble on the hideout of the half-orc bandits who stole Thosfurian's egg. See below for more information. Plot point. Super cool hideout place. So what do we want here? I guess this could just be flavor. This could be anything I want it to be, because there's no real story out here. Oh, you know what? There is story out here, and we could make one. Old battlefield. Oceans. Let's go check Flotion. See if they have a crest. We'll make a crest. It's a sun and a moon. Let's see. So what I got here is an old battlefield of dead Flotions. And etc. And we search the skeletons for remains. DC 20 investigation. To find key to Flotion Estate. So the Flotion Estate is old elven estate. It's just like it's like a small castle keep, right? But with elves, we assume it's a bit more grandiose than just like a castle in the middle of a field, right? Some sun and some moon elves. They existed a few hundred years ago. And up until recently, their estate was in power, a leftover from the Ardeep Forest. But after the Ardeep Forest's decay and several events, a lot of the Flotians fled to Daggerford just to live amongst the humans. And after that point, the Wizards of Thay used it as a stepping stone and used the current leader of the House of Flotian and kind of betrayed her to set up a portal, and there's some other goings on with some runes of elemental power. I believe the rune of water was at the Flotian estate, was one of their like household artifacts. So after that was stolen and the portal was opened and the Wizards of Thay kind of used it and abused it, the estate has lost its formidableness, and none of the elves really live there anymore, and it's currently inhabited by orcs and hobgoblins. So with that being said, if these players were to be roaming around in the Teal area just around the Flotian estate, and they were to come, perhaps get the encounter of this battlefield, this old battle that happened, say, maybe 20, 30 years ago, 20 to 50 years ago, in that range, it would have, the skeletons would have kind of rotted to their full prop, but like the armor would still kind of be there in decent shape. It would all be like rusted. It would need serious care or like multiple mends to bring it back to order. But with that being said, perhaps there could be a magical item there, and perhaps there could be a key to the estate. So when the players do end up maybe going to the estate, or now that they have a key that they could presume is to the estate, maybe it's a reason for them to go there. Maybe it's a reason for them to have some backdoor, antics, or just be able to get in and out of the estate freely. Maybe sneak in. It just kind of gives them some more roleplay elements to fool around with. So I really like this idea that I kind of came up with here, which is really more or less like a side idea of what is written in the Ghost of Dragonspear Castle. So this list comes from Ghost of Dragonspear, and I'm kind of just mocking these things up in a similar fashion. Insert ship name. Crashed wreck. Players. Hey, Hoylepa! What's going on? We are brewing some encounter maps, encounter lists. I'm kind of just tweaking up some of these write-ups. Insert players may search ship for loot. Roll encounter or reptile or insect. If rolled once, never do the same ship twice. Perhaps a rescue? Question mark. Just kind of leave it open for some writer's discretion, right? How are you doing today, Hoylepa? Yeah, totally, right? You gotta leave yourself some room. I like the idea of the first one just being some loot early game and then another encounter for some experience, but perhaps maybe the next time it's a rescue. Maybe Maybe the ship's stuck, and maybe the ship was a trap. Maybe there's some pirates there. Oh, make sure to drink some water, Hoilepa. Make sure water always helps. Kicks my headaches. But I understand migraines can sometimes be so unruly that that it doesn't matter what you do. So I hope you're finding some rest where you can. I assume that's probably not an apostrophe, but I'm just like putting it there just so it takes away the dang red tag. It's hurting. Oh, we call them the Flotian Hills. We can call them that. Okay, that's all nice. Tier 1. Tier 1. Tier 2. Where are we going next, everybody? Oh, yeah, that's tough, right? And it's out of your hands. So, like I said, yeah, just try to find rest where you can find it. You know, sometimes it's hard, but when it's there, take it. Let's see. Oh no. Here, 2. I want to go to here. This is what I'm looking for. Ah, yes, green. The Laughing Hills. Or the Laughing Hollow. Question mark? This will save me some space. What? That was supposed to save me some space. There we go. Alright. Land Shark? Godzilla? I was thinking about maybe putting a Boulay in. But I was in my tier 1 stuff and I thought Boulay was too big. Jambit had talked me off the ledge of kind of just murking my party before they're level 6. So, you know, I'm trying to be considerate of these things, you know. I need to do a little light research here because I'm not sure if it's the Laughing Hills or if it's the Laughing Hollow. Maybe the Blackhelm Tower. I'll leave that in case I ever want to actually use it for something. Laughing Hollow. No, what are these hills called? Oh, don't move the mouse. Sword Hills. There we go. Oh, come on. Tell me they're there. Forlorn Hills are the ones above it. What's in the map there? Gillian's Hill, Ilfarm, Jewel Coon. You're gonna search Jewel Coon. No, I know this exists. There it is. Not getting much here. It's a pretty let's see, Mount Ilfarn or Gillian Hold. That one's in the Gillian's Hill, I should say. Oh, so tier is a terminology that you can kind of use for. I mean, it's used for Dungeons and Dragons specifically, and there's level 1. All the way up to level 20, right? And so that's divided up into 4 tiers of play. There's tier 1, which is levels 1 to 5. Tier 2, which is levels 6 to 10. Tier 3, which is levels 11 to 15. And tier 4, which is levels 16 to 20. So you kind of just split everything up into 4 tiers. And essentially what it does as a dungeon master, it's a tool to kind of set the bar on the difficulty and parameters around what you're making for your campaign or your encounter, etc., right? So, for example, you would want to, say, have if you're doing, say, a plot, you want an overarching plot for levels 1 to 20, correct? And then you want 4 plots to get you there, right? So you have tier 1 plot, tier 2 plot, tier 3 plot, tier 4 plot. And those plots should be started and kind of finished. And they don't all have to be the same, or they don't all have to be kind of for the same overarching story arc. But there should be like a kind of a start and a finish, kind of like a 2 or 3 chapter bit in a book that kind of gets the players some type of success to kind of leapfrog them up the scale, right? So it could be one quest. It could be one little story with a character that's important. It could be one adventure. It could be one dungeon. That's, just your one hop. And then, presumably, it should take you from levels 1 to level 5. And a lot of times you'll see modules kind of exist in the realm of being at least 1 tier, but sometimes they're 2. So like the Curse of Strahd is tiers 1 to 2, where the players play from level 1 to 10. And everything in that campaign is going to be scaled to level 1 to 10 players. The items, the creatures, and what the players would be doing, right? So you can use tiers for aid in making your plot points. You can setting up your story, but like it's always up to you, right? So specifically Curse of Strahd, I haven't played it, so I don't know if there's multiple points in the story. It could just be a level 1 to 10 story, and that's just the arc in and of itself, right? So yeah, that's a very long description of what tiers are. I think they're a really good tool. I think they're important, and they set the goalposts for the DM. Okay, Gillian's Hill, which is in the Sword Hills, is the smallest of 4 hamlets that laid the tradeway. Yada, we know this. It did not even have an inn. It was located a half day's ride on the same distance. Oh. Armies from Dragonspear Castle or Serpent Hills. Maybe we can go look there. Trade defenses. The enhancements placed on the tomb underneath the hill prevent anyone trying to dig through the hill to enter the dungeon. Such attempts cause the magic to explode in lightning bolts and continue to be generated until the dug halls were refilled with dirt. Several powerful spellcasters attempted to dispel this magic of this protection, but none had been successful. The main threat to Gillian's Hall, apart from the tradeways bandits, were regular raids of lizard folk from the Lizard Marsh. They rarely posed danger and were more of a nuisance, as the reptilian humanoids mainly snatch anything not affixed to place, and things were even remotely resembled. How, though? Where are these lizard folk coming from? I guess they could just live in the river here. So we can have lizard folk. But they said of Lizard Marsh. That doesn't even make any sense. Lizard Marsh is like completely over there. Really? Tabletop Sim's normally like super easy. Are you like, what are you booting up in it? Oh, sad. There was these hills up here though I want to look at. Serpent Hills. Donde. Yeah, he's on the other side of the moors. I guess they could I guess I can take some stuff from the moors, from Serpent Hills too. High Moors next. Dun, dun. Do you play Warhammer on Tabletop Sim? Ruined Villa. Oh, this is where all that went down. Let's see, I've read all this before. This is where the Black Dragon, who kind of took part in some goings-on in Daggerford, and I believe a party was conscripted to go kind of get rid of him. Okay, so that's just on the north. Fish, frogs. Leeches, toads. Okay. So we're trying to do the green here. Stuff that might come down off through the river. Maybe some bats, I think. Nice. So happy for you, crafter. Sometimes I do a lot of streaming of Dungeon Alchemist, and sometimes that's how it feels. Where I'm just like sitting here, just like dweet. So we need to do this. We're gonna copy and paste the. Like when you're waiting on Google. Is this my computer? I'm not even doing anything. How dare you? Why is it unresponsive? Yowza. Not even doing anything. You jinxed me. You jinxed me, crafter. Why have you done this? Wait, please. I don't need you. Don't need you. I'm gonna have a couple, I do have a couple of, I have a couple of, like, PDFs open ahead. So, no, crafter. Please don't. Anything but that, please. Oh, no. I missed it. Alright, well... This saves every, like, 5 seconds. So here's me just, like, opening a new tab. And it's still taking forever. The other tabs work. Maybe it's Googs. Maybe it's not me and it's the Googs. I'll be right back. Man, maybe it is the Googs. Savage. There it is. There we are. All right, cool. Let me just double everything. So CR1, CR6, CR10, CR4, CR16. Got some fun on that one. Whoa! Meow! Hi! Say hi to everybody. You decided to stop being a menace to society and just, like, come love me and be my, you know, little baby? This is what you decided to do? Giant frogs are 1/4, so this will be 1/2. 1/2. Oh, giant lizards. Come be my lap cat. $1/4 for giant lizard. Yes, actually being an adorable. A renegade space marine chapter forming a warband with a couple of word bearers. What in my game? We got a creature. I think I'm just gonna finish up here. And then I might just call it for today. Great session. Thank you to my followers, Crafter and Zombie. Welcome to the channel. Sturges. What's a sturge? 1/8, 1/4. Oh, don't go there. I can just, I'll just put it over. There you go. But you can send it. A renegade spaceman chat forming a warband with a couple of word bearers. Yeah, I mean that sounds fun. I love giving it some flair. You know, you gotta have something going on up at the for the whole formation. Give it a reason to exist. That's a 2, so this is gonna be a CR4. Bullywugs are 1/4, I think. Yep, so that means a 1/8. You stink like cat food. You stink like a cat food. Reward. Story. Peace. Harpies. Yibbida-woodle. Who's a little? Yes. Who is it? CR1. Do some CR2s here. Giant lizard. CR4. I believe giant lizards are. Or creature G. No! They're a 1/4. 1/4, so 1/2. Beautiful. Alright, well, thanks everybody. We appreciate you stopping by. We'll be on tomorrow with more world creation, cats, and, you know, this stuff. So, take it easy and take care.